Hey everyone, today we are talking about the Frosty makeup look, Snow Queen, Snow Princess, or the classic I'm Cold makeup. So this has been the most requested look after my last shorts across all my social channels. We will talk about everything. How to apply foundation without brush streaks, how to blur skin texture and make it look smooth and even, how to choose the right liquid highlighter so it doesn't lift your foundation, how to prevent sparkly eyeshadows from falling under the eyes, whether viral lips oil are actually worth the hype, if glitter mascara is safe to use, especially for those who wear contact lenses, and how to choose the right pink blush so you look fresh, not sick. Turn on your language in the settings and let's begin. Foundation. How to avoid streaks. First things first, always shake your liquid foundation before applying it. Formulas often separate skincare oils, water components, and pigment settles differently depending on the foundation you use. And here's what I want you to pay attention to. This formula is lightweight and gives that soft skin finish I personally love. But if you are using a brush and noticing streaks, don't panic, it's normal, especially with the fluid textures. Start with the less product. The Rare Beauty foundation spreads easily. If the brush is overloaded, the foundation will slip around and leaves visible strokes. Choose the right brush shape. Use a dense, rounded brush with the soft synthetic bristles. Thin or flat brushes tend to create streaks with liquid formulas, and don't press it too hard. Flat brushes are great for spreading a thin layer. Fluffy blending brushes are perfect for blending out coverage evenly. Work in small sections. Apply foundation to one area at a time and blend right away. This prevents setting marks. And also, I'm building up coverage in the center of my face. I use the same shade as a concealer and as a base for my eyeshadows. Next, liquid highlighter. Why it lifts your foundation and how to fix it. This type of highlighter melts into the skin without looking metallic or heavy. It has that creamy texture that becomes one with the foundation. No edges, no glitter, just soft light. And here's how I apply it. So, step 1. 5 dots on the highest point of the cheek. Exactly 5 small dots on the very top of the cheekbone. Not too low, not too close to the eye. And use a light touch, don't drag the foundation layer. You can blend it while the foundation is still wet. But if the base has already set, place the highlighter on the back of your hand first, pick it up with a brush and gently layer it on top. The next step, pull the highlighter up toward the outer brow, just creating a subtle V shape. This connects the glow and lifts the entire upper part of the face. Repeat on the other side for symmetry. And also the leftovers on the brush or fingers or applicator are perfect for details. I also love to tap into the inner corners of the eyes, add a touch to the tip of the nose, place a thin line between the brows down the bridge of the nose, and highlight the cupid's bow. The texture blends seamlessly into the foundation, especially when both products are from the same brand. Next, move on to the eyebrows. First, apply your brow gel. I brush the brows against the natural direction to coat every hair. Then, I brush them upwards and outwards at about a 45-degree angle. This gives lift, fullness, and that clean, frosty look without making the brows stiff or overly laminated. We will come back to the brows, but now let's talk about blushes. How to avoid looking sick when using pink blushes. So, I'm choosing the baby pink shade from YSL Beauty Make Me Blush. It has a powdery texture. Use a small blush brush. Because we are going to blend with the precision. We don't want the whole face to turn pink where it's not needed. Pick up the blush and dab the excess on the back of your hand first. The product is very pigmented. So, the blush is cool-toned with a silky, smoothing texture that blurs the edges beautifully. Apply it higher on the face. The first touch goes to the middle of the cheekbone, almost where your highlighter begins. Find the line where your teeth meet. This is where we are going to do a bit of sculpting with the blush. We are creating a soft, frosty makeup look. I also add the blush to the highest point of their forehead, to the tip of their nose for a very cold look, and the bridge of the nose for the lightly cold look. So the outer corners of the eyes are the key. And this is the frostiest blush placement without making you look ill. But we still need to finish the makeup. It's not the final step. I take a brightening powder, it smooths the texture and adds even more light. Look, I apply it under the natural shadow of the cheekbone to define it and to create depth and contrast. I apply it under the eyes to remove the wet shine under the eye bags, and the Hollywood triangle placement, it's the key, especially for that type of the makeup. And also just a bit to the forehead. Look at that glow and the texture. And just with one swipe, you just remove and erase all the textures here. Compare it, looks so good. And once the brow gel has dried, it's time to define the brows. I'm using the Benefit Brow Marker. I create hair-like strokes at the front of the brow, fill in the tail to add density, and draw a clean line along the lower edge of the brow. That's it. You can keep it natural or you can go a bit bolder. Both look great. And the color, look at that perfect olive shade. Such a rare tone in the brow products. A forever favorite. Next, I move on to my favorite palette. I apply Caregiver shade all over the mobile lid. This step is essential. It makes the eyelid surface dry, even, and non-sticky, so every other shade blends like a dream. Even though it's matte, it gives that frosty, lifted effect, especially on hooded eyes. It brightens without shimmer and keeps the look soft and refined. And this shade is my secret weapon. I use force of nature not only in the crease but also on the face. I'll show you at the end of that part how I apply this shade to the lip liner. So, I also love use it along the cheekbones for natural contour, on the temples to frame the face, a touch on the tip of the nose to sharpen the shape, and along the sides of the nose to make it slimmer. And of course, to the crease, slightly above my natural fold to open hooded eyes and create that illusion of depth. So it instantly lifts the eyes and adds dimension without looking heavy, and that I love. Just swipe from side to side, don't forget the lower lash line. It restores the natural eye shape after foundation. And it's actually not too dark here, so one matte palette, a full sculpted look, and everything in harmony. Blend from side to side, make sure everything is smooth with no harsh edges. I finish with the shade Supermom to add more light, almost like white, but natural white. This shade helps create the frosty eye look because it brightens the lid, opens the eyes, and adds that clean winter contrast without shimmer. It gives that soft snow glow and keeps the whole makeup look fresh, lifted and crisp. And as I told you before, I use Force of Nature shade with a thin brush and I apply it to the lip contour just to make them fuller and more defined. Love it. And now it's time for the YSL Plumping Lip Oils. I think they are one of those formulas that make your lips look instantly healthy. And let's apply the YSL Plumping Lip Oils. So they are feeling very nice on the lips, but without the heaviness of a traditional gloss. The lips that mirror-like shine with a hint of milky transparency. I love using it when I want my makeup to look effortless and clean. Frosty eyes, fresh skin, brushed brows, and this cool glossy lip. It's great especially for winter and early spring times. And it's also perfect on top of beige, rosy, or even slightly mauve lip liner. I personally love that shade because of the glitter we have to support our eye makeup. And let's move on to the star of the show, Sparkle. I cream eyeshadows first and sparkles after. They grip like magic and suddenly no more fallouts. Or apply a thin layer of eye primer. Let it set for a second and then lightly press the glitter on top. It grips the primer and the pigment so much better. You can use it even above the eyeshadows which we have already applied. But this one is my favorite. It holds perfectly even on top of matte eyeshadows. A sheer champagne base with the micro sparkles that catch the light without even looking chunky, and this is exactly the type of shimmer I love. I press Space Cowboy right into the center of the lids, just with my fingertip. No dragging, no blending, just a gentle press. That's the secret to keeping the sparkle concentrated and making the eyes look instantly glossy. On hooded eyes, it works beautifully. When you blink, the light moves with you, and the sparkle appears and disappears in the most elegant way. It's subtle, but everyone notices. And look at those lashes, totally wow effect. For frosty makeup, we need big, fluffy lashes. And it gives that clean, lifted, separated lash look. No clump, no heaviness, no smudging under the eyes. Love it. So start by gently blinking into the mascara wand. This helps the product reach the very base of your lashes without overloading the tips. And let your lashes meet the brush naturally. Don't rush it. And now, as the wand touches the roots, roll it slightly and pull upwards in the one slow motion. This rolling movement separates the lashes, adds definition, and keeps everything clean and lifted. And then wiggle just a little. This is what gives that subtle volume. And to create the true frosty eye makeup, I love finishing the look with a glitter mascara. And yes, it's completely safe to apply glitter mascara even if you wear contact lenses. I tasted for you, even rubbed my eyes a bit to make sure nothing falls off or scratches. And I checked it up close with a 5x zoom camera, and it stays perfectly in place. It's a great idea for those who don't want bold or heavy makeup for Christmas days. Glitter mascara on its own looks beautiful. From the different angles, it gives that wet lash effect, but without actually being wet. Almost like tiny snowflakes sitting on the lashes. So cute. It's like tiny frozen drops on light. What do we think? Personally, I love it. And that's our frosty makeup look. I hope these tips help you recreate the most magical winter glow. Soft, sparkling, and super flattering for every eye shape, especially for hooded eyes, of course. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next tutorial. Let me know in the comments which part you love the most or what look you want me to film next. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!